All right, friends, for this video, you need your math notebook and your pencil, so pause and get that out real quick. All right, go ahead and open up to the next two clean sheets of paper, which are 122 and 123. We're going to focus just on 123 for today. We're going to come back to 122. You're going to title page 123, Units of Time. So go ahead and title that real quick. Okay, so in our measurement unit, we are going to start moving toward time and looking at elapsed time. So in order to get us ready for elapsed time, we're going to need to know our units of time and the different ways of looking at time. Two of the ways that we look at time is we look at a digital clock, which shows the time using only the digits or numbers. And then we also use analog, which shows the time with the moving hands, like the clock in our classroom. And this is the one that you are most likely going to see in fourth grade and on your test and during our elapsed time unit. So what we're going to do is we are going to write the different units of time on page 123 that we're going to see throughout this unit. So what we're going to do is we're going to list the different units and their abbreviations. Now, the first ones we're going to focus on with our clocks are going to be second, minute, and hour. The abbreviation for second is SEC. The abbreviation for minute is MIN. And the abbreviation for hour is HR. So go ahead and make sure you have those three written down first. Then the next ones kind of move into our calendars with day, week, month, and year. And the abbreviations for those, day is either D, or you'll just see day because it's a short word. Week, you'll usually see WK. Month, you'll usually see MON. And year, you will usually see YR. So go ahead and make sure you write those down. And then we're going to write down some of the conversions so that once we start changing units on this page, you'll have them over here, but you'll also have them on your conversion chart down here, which we will highlight that in just a minute. All right, so the conversions we're going to start with first is 1 minute equals 60 seconds. 1 hour equals 60 minutes, and 1 day equals 24 hours. Copy those down, and then we're going to talk about a few more. Okay, so you've mostly learned in the past that 60 seconds is a minute, and 60 minutes is an hour, and a day has 24 hours. You also know that 1 week is about 7 days, and 1 month is about 4 weeks. You have about 4 weeks in a month. And then 1 year has 12 months. That one you know. 1 year is also equal to 52 weeks. And there's also 365 days in a year. So all of these equal 1 year. So 1 year is either 12 months, or if you count it by weeks, it's 52 weeks. If you count it by days, it's 365 days. Now, once in a while, we have what's called a leap year. And you may have heard of this before. But a leap year is where there are 366 days. There's 1 extra day in the year. It comes in February. It's February 29th. It's very special. All right, we're going to add 3 more, but we're going to add them out to the side over here because they're a little fancier. All right, so our fancy ones are decade, century, and millennium. Now, deca means 10, like decagon. And so decade means 10 years. Century, cent, means 100. So that means a century is 100 years. So think of our pattern. We have 10 years, 100 years. What do you think millennium is? Think about milli. When you think about milligrams and millimeters, how many are in our big ones? 1,000. So a millennium is 1,000 years. All right, so make sure you have all of that copied down in your notebook because we are going to be using those throughout our elapsed time unit. Once you have that done, what I want you to do is I want you to come to my small group table and you're going to get this sheet on telling time and it's got 2 sides. What you're going to do, one side, it's going to give you the analog time. It's going to give you the hands on the clock. You have to tell me the digital time. So you're going to be writing the numbers. So if you look, for example, this first one, my hour hand is the shorthand. It's between 5 and 6. So it's not yet to 6. So that means my hour is 5. And then my minutes, I count by 5. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. My minute hand is the long one. It's at 30. So my time is 5:30. What you're going to do is you're going to tell me the digital time for these. Then on the back, it gives you the digital time. You have to show the analog time. So for example, let's look at this one right here where it says 11:05. If it's 11:05, my hour is the 11 because the hour comes first and minutes come second. So my hour hand is the shorthand. So it's going to go toward 11 and not too far past 11 because how many minutes past 11 is it? Only 5. So if my hour hand starts here at the top, I'm going 5 minutes. My minute hand is going to point to the 1. So my long hand is going to point at the 1. So that would be 11:05. So for the rest of this side, you're going to be drawing in the hour hand and minute hand. When you're done with this, it goes in the math tray, and then you can work on what's on the front board or stations. Just double check with me. Thanks, guys.